Our campus ministry program, I always kind of describe it as a program where students are given opportunities to put their faith into action. That's through service, through opportunities to interact and meet with other people.
Mr. Malkowski and I, we were classmates 2004 to 2008. Today I teach 2 freshman theology classes.
In the 1990s, Father Basil had this desire to start the campus ministry program to help students deepen their faith.
I ended up talking with Father Basil about working in youth ministry while I was teaching, and that's how we initially started. So the idea was to get youth to be involved in leading the ministries. I started with developing peer ministry groups, which eventually became life groups, and then eventually we got to Kairos. To me, Kairos is the greatest thing we added here at Marmion, and I think if you ask any student, they would tell you the same thing.
Campus ministry has meant a lot to me. In fact, it's the core of what I believe in. Frank Giangrego is a very close friend of mine. As Frank grew, he helped me grow, and ultimately, I came here.
God has different plans for us. We gradually discover them.
It was on a Sunday night. I was going to call Frank and let him know that I was leaving St. Ed's. I'm reaching for the phone and the phone rings. It's Frank. And he said, "Bill, I want you to come to Marmion." And now I can't believe that I'm anything but Marmion.
Under the leadership of Frank Giangrego and Bill Johnson, it really has allowed our students to experience their faith and develop their faith in ways that are very real and engaging to them.
I would oftentimes come down here and do my homework after school. Just sometimes, we'd just get into some wonderful conversations about faith.
They're men of incredibly deep faith. You can't help but be inspired and motivated to want to go out and put that into practice.
Faith without works is no faith at all. And where people get confused on that is they think that we have to earn our way into heaven. And it isn't that way. When you have that faith, you're so alive to it that you want to give it away. Giving yourself away in helping other people. That's where I see Jesus. Going to the nursing home. You're going to be encountering Christ when you go in there.
Okay, will some of the veterans talk about how we run the whole thing?
When we go to, these nursing homes, we're there to give them a good time, right? It's up to that hour maybe. We go back along our way. We go back to our cycle of life. They stay there. That is their life, Sure, there's candies, but that's just there for fun. They want us there. This is God's work.
They really value you. Going on 20 years that we've been going here. It's right there, somebody's grandparents, and they're happy to see you.
We made it, Marmion is here.
I told Mark, from where Frank was, from what I was able to build upon Frank, you've now taken it to a different level. And it will live and continue to live beyond us.
Now being able to watch our students, it's really powerful to witness and to be a part of their growth.
When we serve others, we're serving Christ. Because it changes your heart. You now have the eyes of Christ, the hands of Christ, and the ears of Christ. And I think that's what campus ministry does.
It's not a thing we do, it's who we are.